What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm finally going to show my Videl OTK deck profile. If RNG's on your side and you get the God Hand, you can win in one turn because you will apply unholy amounts of pressure, especially if they don't have a floodgate in their hand. And if you can hit it off by turn 2 or turn 3, which sometimes you can, it's insane. It's pretty nuts. But it's hard to do, and it's a hard deck to navigate the way I have it built. Some pieces you can interchange, but I like this build. I've had a lot of consistency with it. I've beaten meta decks with it, but it's consistent with how it plays, but it's not consistent with winning. Like, I can see everything I need to see to go for the OTK, but against some of the meta decks, you're still at a disadvantage. Like, you've got to get lucky. Like, they have to have a shit hand. Like, there's a lot of things you got to overcome with it. But the build is good. I know a lot of people think it's crazy, but it's up on Deck Planet too. You could go search it out. Videl, we know what she does. Front side, swing, you draw one. When you combo to skillless card, take a life, draw one, and then stuff like that. You can do it on both turns on that. On your opponent's turn on the front side, you can Spirit Boost one, start your cycling of your Videls. Draw one, untap an energy, flip her over. Backside, you can swing, draw one, switch your unison, gain its power. Combo to skillless, gain plus 4k power, draw another. And the Spirit Boost is now on both turns, so that's really good. Z-Deck, we're running one Bojack, and that's just for your SCR. So you could just an alternate win con. I'll explain it later. 2 Limit Blast Kamehamehas, or a little bit Ultras. Pretty good. I hardly ever play him out anymore, though. This deck I play all in or all out. This dude's just there. I don't use him anymore, ever. 2 Bardogs if I'm not seeing my unisons. I'll play him out so I can get my Spirit Boost stuff going. Great Saiyaman, really good. Really good because on both turns you can swing with your, well, on your turn you swing with your leader. You do all her autos. You Z Awaken. You won't get the Spirit Boost off, but you Z Awaken, remove this girl from the game, then you can do your Spirit Boost Awaken, and then her middle auto is live again, so just extra draw power. So just remember that, and just remember that the first auto, you can't grab your unison back if this card wasn't in the battle, but you can still remove her from the game and do those shenanigans, because remember, it's remove this card from the game, Poland. So that's something important to remember in this Yu-Gi-Oh game. I mean, Dragon Ball Masters. So that's the Z deck. Nothing special. Nothing special. This deck's on retirement right now anyways. I've played it out. I'll come back to it some other day. Maybe she'll get some more support. Doubt it. Bandai does not like the female characters in this game. These 4 Videls, integral to the deck. You gotta have them. These 4 Videls, gotta have them. Kids playing Minecraft, so you just gotta have to deal with it. She's having a good time. It's just the way the video's gotta be. Great Saiyaman Unison, gotta run 4. I've seen deck profiles with like 2. And yeah, you can recycle it, but if you don't see it, you ain't doing nothing, so that's crazy to me. You gotta run 4. You got to. If you're gonna play Videl, you gotta run 4 Great Saiyaman Unisons. You gotta run 4 of these. I've seen deck profiles with like 2. Or just, 2 or 3, what are you doing? You gotta run 4 of these, like you have to. That's the meat of the deck. You Spirit Boost your skillless out, you bounce it back to hand, you play this out, you dormant, you block, you activate her main, you do it all over again. Like, you have to play it. 3 Great Saiyamans, you tap 1, grab a skillless 2-drop from your deck or drop. This is part of the way you can set up your OTK. Real important card, really good. 3 Great Saiyaman super combos. Really good. I run 1 Paragus in case late game I need to charge a blue energy for some odd reason. That way I still have a super combo live. You're running 4 blue skillless Gokus. You need blue. You can run any skillless you want, but I'm running a certain card that requires blue, so really good. You want to get that set up quick. You want to go for the kill quick. If my OTK fails, I start relying on good green good stuff. So draw 1 card. If you have a blocker on field, you swing with him, you restand him, he becomes a 24, you swing him again. So, and you'll always almost always have your blocker on the field. 2 Unison Killers. I still think this card needs to go because decks that rely on Unisons, you tap one and you just immediately kill it. You kill their Unison. People can hate me that I say that, but whatever. 2 Father-Son Solidarities, because tapping 2 in this deck sucks balls, so I don't ever want to do it, but if I have to and I have it in hand, I will play him out. 2 Boojins, because Topo still exists. I mean, I run him in my red decks, and then he can hit some other stuff that come out for cheap. If you're playing against Meki, they pop their little Robelu out. Get rid of that Robelu. Get rid of it. One of the best floodgates in green right now. I mean, honestly, if they kill Dormant, this deck dies, but right now you could. This dude's good. He gives a couple of things blocker when you bring him out. You bring him out for 1 if you got 5 things in your drop, or 4, I mean, you will. 4 Dormants. This deck lives and breathes with Dormant. There's no way she survives any matchup without Dormant. Been there, done that. 2 Goku's Kamehameha Deflection. Negate the attack, pop something on their board 4 or less. Really good. I love that card in this deck specifically. This is a good negate the attack. Grab one of your skillless cards back from the drop or warp. So, really good. And then it does have a spirit boost. You can use it. Activate main, spirit boost, tap 1 energy. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with the energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. Or no, send it to their warp. I have done it a couple of times before. It doesn't come up often. 2 Homicidal Clones. Very good. I love it. In this deck especially. Survives. This dude I'll probably drop. Give it back to my wife. She's building the Black Kidku deck. But it's pretty good. You choose one of your skillless battle cards. If you do, that card gains double strike for the turn and draw 1. So I'm testing it. But it's probably going to go. This is Heart of a Maiden, but you don't search your Unison out. You don't really need to since you run 2 in your Z deck. And you're going to see your skillless package no matter what. This deck draws like mad. But anyways, you pay 1 for him, and you search the top 7 cards and grab a skillless. So, Jean, if I have to charge one of my heroine, one of my skillless or my TPs, if I have to charge them and I want it back later, I can use Jean to recover it. Tien, he's really good. And you bounce. If you're setting up your OTK, okay, let me explain. If you're setting up your OTK, because we're getting to the part of the package, you're setting up your OTK, you spirit boost, you already have your blocker out, you don't need to worry about that. Her autos are live again if you did everything right. I know I explained it funny earlier, but you can literally set off all our autos, swing with something else, Z Awaken, use something from the drop in a combo, or use one of your green skillless, and then her autos are live again. So you spirit boost this girl out. She's beamed to 15. You swing with her. Okay? Tien, you combo with Tien, and what he allows you to do when you combo with this card with the skillless battle card with 10,000 power, which she is, even though she's beamed, that's not what we're specifying here. You switch her to active mode. So you combo. You swing with her again. Okay, you swing with her again. Boom. We'll skip this dude for now. And, okay, you played out your Budding Hero. Alright, you bounce her back to hand. Alright, Budding Hero drops out your 2-drop from deck or drop. It's just a skillless 2-drop. You have this dude in hand. You swing with the 20k. You swing with Budding Hero. You bounce your 2-drop back to hand. You swing with this dude. He plays for free. He's limited to 1. You swing 2 times, dual attack crit. Okay, that's already, how many swings is that? What, 6, 7? I don't even know. You have the 2-drop in hand. You pitch it to activate main off Chilled, and Chilled plays out for free. There's another swing. Alright. Then, by the time you do all that, you've only used 2 energy, so you should have 1 or 2 left. If you have the marker, that's even better. You tap 1, you overwhelm your drop. This dude will probably go back up to 2 because I'll show, maybe even 3. Overwhelm, you bring out the skillless from your deck. You'll probably have 1 left. It gains crit. Here's a swing. There's another crit swing. So let's set all this out. Alright. On one of those crit swings, since your leader is a heroine, now this is important. Make sure she's out, not your Z leader. You combo with her. you tap 1. Okay, there's another energy left, but you've already swung like 9 times, and now you're swinging 30 crit double strike with her because you have a heroine in your leader spot, so you combo that big skillless. All right, and then by then you either won or you're going into their turn and you're happy. So all right, so that's that. The rest of the deck, this is probably getting dropped. I love the card, but it's good because you can combo with it on their turn. You tap 1, combo with it, and you bring out a skillless from your I believe it's deck or drop, and they have to deal with it. But nowadays every deck can deal with it so fast. This dude's useless, so it's sad, but he's just not good. Again, my favorite overrealm, so I run it. So I'll probably drop Nimbus Master and go back to a 2 of the Trunks. And I might even go back to a 2 of Chilled. But you got to be careful because Chilled isn't unique. So if you're gonna set up your other win con with your SCR, you got to make sure he's off the board because Bojack is also unique. One of these dudes, which I might bump him up to 2, because he's good barrier and indestructible removal. And then my SCR, and you play this out. You do your stuff with it, but if they're down to their last life, you pop this dude with Bojack and you win the game. Alright, so that's that. Side deck, I'm missing some pieces because I took it for other decks, just like neutral stuff, but we'll go over real quick. Another Unison, Topos exists, so I try to do that. Just the Vegeta everybody knows, anti-mill, not going to go over too much of this. My other stuff, and then the green counter. This one's pretty good. I wish I could fit it in, but I'm probably going to fit this into the deck for sure. And like I said, another Dimension Support Trunk. So that's the deck. I try to explain it a little bit better than I have before. Like I said, I'll probably drop Shinron, and I'll probably drop Nimbus Master, and those will become another Trunks, and another Time Dimension, or Dimension Support Trunks. I mean, yeah, well, they have 2 Trunks cards, whatever. Trunks has some cool cards in the game. And you could run Heart of the Maiden in place of this, but Heart of the Maiden's kind of a brick if you don't want to use it late game. This dude at least gives you combo power. So, and I actually seen a really cool red Kid Ku deck build today on Deck Planet where somebody main decked 4 of these, and it really works with Kid Ku because his other auto will go live. When your Son Goku childhood card is KO'd by your opponent's skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So that's actually really cool tech to see finally somebody on Deck Planet doing something spicy. It's just been the same decks over and over, so I was real happy to see that. I might actually go and build Red Kid Ku later on this year just for that tech. I mean, it inspired me to come up with something OTK style like I do with Videl, so we'll see. I'm enjoying Wish decks right now, but yeah, I thought that was really cool. If you could, it's one of the, if you go on Deck Planet, it's one of the first deck profiles, so go check it out. That dude, pretty cool, man. I like that. I don't know if anybody's done it yet, but I haven't seen it. I thought that was a good, like, little tech choice there. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And he's no specified cost, so you can be in the deck. But that's the deck. I enjoy it. I mean, it could still hold up. Like, I'm not that good of a player, and I've snuck some wins against meta decks. So if you're like a skilled player, you could probably take this deck and do some cool stuff with it. And you could, I'm not running any of her support besides the Z leaders because I just don't care for it. And like Awakening with 6 life, and then you sit there and your super combos aren't live, and it's like, I didn't like it. You're gonna go down to 4 life by turn 2 anyways, so what's the point? The one card you could add back in that's good with the Z leader is this dude, but he just never sticks in. It was always a waste of energy. He was always gone as soon as he hit the board in testing, and I just got tired of it. I'd rather set myself up for a potential turn 3 win by blasting like 9 to 10 swings off, and they're just like, what just happened? And I'm like, yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, or I just lose right away, because if you don't see Dormant and your TPs, you die right away with this deck, so that's something to be aware of. But I still really like the deck, but not as much as I used to because I have other decks that I like more now, if that makes sense. So she's kind of just on the back burner. But Red Kitku is on my radar because of that one person on Deck Planet. So as much as I hated that deck in the past, there's other decks to hate more now in this meta. So we'll hate those decks and we'll give older decks a chance. But yeah, let me know what you think about Videl. Show me your builds. You know, link them down in the comments below. I love checking out everybody's Videl builds, but I don't know. I've been playing Videl for like 2 years now. You got to have 4 of the unisons. You got to have the 4 TPs. You got to run all 8 of the skillless 1-drops. I see so many builds not, trying to mess with those ratios. You can't. You could probably even run 4 budding heroes, but I find 3's enough. The deck draws like crazy if you do it right. You'll be sitting at like 20 something cards in hand turn 3 if you do it. In a perfect world, you'll have a great hand. So that's the deck. Videl OTK. Bust her out later this year after these regionals, after the first wave of regionals. I might go back to her and Kitku, like I said. But right now I'm on Wish deck, so I'm having a good time with that. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Later.